Question number 76. Oxidation is a process in which a chemical substance changes because of the addition of oxygen. Which of the following everyday process is or are result of oxidation? Number 1. Corrosion of iron. This is correct. Number 2. Rancidification of food. Correct. Number 3. Combustion of hydrocarbons. This is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option D. 1, 2 and 3. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 77. Consider the following statements regarding high ambition coalition for nature and people. It is a non-profit coalition of private entities that aim to conserve biodiversity and hold damage to ecosystems. This is incorrect. High Ambition Coalition, that is HAC, for nature and people is an intergovernmental group championing a global deal for nature and people that can halt the acceleration so it is going to stop the accelerating loss of species and protect vital ecosystems that are the source of our economic security. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2. The central goal of this coalition is to conserve at least 30% of the world's land and ocean by 2030. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option B, that is 2 only. Now let's come to question number 78. Consider the following statements with reference to voting rights for NRIs. Number 1. Voting rights for NRIs were introduced in 1950 through the Representation of People Act 1950. This is incorrect. Voting rights for NRIs were introduced only in 2011. Was introduced in 2011 through an amendment to the Representation of the People Act 1950. Statement 2. Currently, NRIs can only vote in person by producing a passport in original. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option B, that is 2 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 79. Which of the following is correct regarding the liquidity coverage ratio, that is LCR? Number 1. The objective of the LCR is to promote the long-term resilience of the liquidity risk profile of banks. This is incorrect. The objective of the LCR is to promote the short-term and not the long-term resilience of the liquidity risk profile of banks. Statement 2. LCR is a requirement under the Basel III framework. This is correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option B, that is 2 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 80. So question number 80. Consider the following. Which of the following were part of the home charges and important component of the drain of wealth during the British period? Number 1. Interest on public debt raised abroad. This is correct. Number 2. pensions to British military officers. This is correct. Number 3, store purchases in England. This is correct. Number 4, dividends to shareholders of East India Company. This is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Question number 81. Consider the following statements regarding whale shark. Statement 1. It is included in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act of India 1972. This is correct. Statement 2. It is the biggest fish in the world. This is correct. Sharks are fish. They are not mammals like whales. So the biggest fish in the world is whale shark. Number 3. It is endemic to the Indian Ocean. This is incorrect. Whale sharks are found in all the tropical oceans of the world, and they travel large distances to find enough food to sustain their huge size and to reproduce. So statement 3 is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option B, that is 1 and 2 only. Now let's come to next question. That is question number 82. Consider the following statements regarding the writ jurisdiction of the High Courts under Article 226 of the Indian Constitution. Statement 1. Administrative decisions of government are not, so they are not subject to judicial review under Article 226 of the Constitution. This is incorrect. They are under judicial review. They are under judicial review. The Supreme Court has observed that administrative decisions of government are subject to judicial review under Article 226 of the Constitution. However, it can be subject to judicial review only on grounds of perversity, patent illegality, irrationality, want of power to take the decision, and procedural irregularity. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2. A foreign company cannot invoke the writ jurisdiction of the High Court under Article 226. This is incorrect. A foreign company can only invoke the writ jurisdiction of the High Court under Article 226 for enforcement of its legal rights. So they can invoke the writ jurisdiction only for enforcing of its legal rights as well as for fundamental rights. For fundamental rights also, which are available to non-citizens as well such as in Article 14, 20 and 21, etc. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option number D, that is neither 1 nor 2. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 83. Consider the following pairs of decorative arts and states. So on the left side we have decorative art, and on the right side we have the states where it belongs to. So these are this decorative art. They are the practice of decorating floor, and they are known by different names in different states. So the first one is Alpana, and this decorative art is called Alpana in West Bengal. This is correct. So practice of decorating floor is called Kolam in Karnataka. This is correct. Number 3, Mandana. It's called Mandana in Goa. This is incorrect. So the practice of decorating floor is called Mandana in Rajasthan. It should be Rajasthan and MP, that is Madhya Pradesh. Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? So option A is the correct answer, 1 and 2 only. Now let's come to question number 84. Which among the following conservation efforts have been taken for the tiger conservation? Number 1, CATS framework. This is correct. Number 2, TX2 program, and it stands for Tigers times 2. This is also correct. Number 3, St. Petersburg Declaration. This is also correct. Number 4, M stripes. This is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option number D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 85. Which of the following are subject to an audit of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India? Number 1, Union and state government departments. Yes, of course, they are under the audit of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Number 2, foreign states receiving grants from the union government. No, they are not subject to audit of the CAG. Number 3, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Yes, regulatory authorities, they are under the they are subject to the audit of the CAG. So this is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option number C, that is 1 and 3 only. Question number 86. Consider the following statements regarding the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. Number 1. The Constitution mentions the qualifying criteria for a language to be included in the 8th schedule. This is incorrect. It is not mentioned. The criteria is not being mentioned. So the Constitution does not mention a qualifying criterion for a language to be included in the 8th schedule. Number 2, the official language of the Indian Union is not mentioned in the 8th schedule. This is incorrect. It is mentioned. Hindi is being mentioned in the 8th schedule. Number 3, Tulu language is the latest language included in the 8th schedule. This is incorrect. There has been demand from Tulu speaking population of the southern Karnataka state, urging the government to list the Tulu language under the 8th schedule. However, it has still not been done. So statement 3 is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option number D, that is none. Question number 87. Consider the following statements with reference to core investment companies. Statement 1. CICs, that is core investment companies, are specialized companies which carry business in the acquisition of shares and securities. This is correct. Statement 2. CICs are regulated by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. This is incorrect. The CICs, they are regulated by the RBI. The CIC is a non-banking financial company, that is NBFC. The RBI is entrusted with the responsibility of regulating and supervising the NBFC by virtue of powers vested by the Reserve Bank of India Act of 1934. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option A, that is 1 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 88. Question number 88. It said that the One Health approach is rooted in understanding the interdependence of human and natural systems. In this context, consider the following about the One Health approach. Statement 1. One Health approach is particularly helpful in ensuring a safe food supply. This is correct. Statement 2. It believes that human-animal interactions can beneficially impact the health of both people and animals. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Now let's come to question number 89. Consider the following pairs. On one side we have special provision articles, and on the other side we have the concerned state of these articles. Number 1, 371A, it is associated with Nagaland. This is correct. Article 371C is associated with Manipur. This is correct. Number 3, Article 371G, it is associated with Arunachal. This is incorrect, but it is associated with Mizoram. Article 371H is not associated with Mizoram, but it is associated with Arunachal Pradesh. Which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? So the correct answer is option C, that is 1 and 2 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 90. With reference to the Montfort reforms in British India, consider the following statements. Statement 1. The ministers in the provincial legislature were subject to a no confidence motion. This is correct. Number 2. The Central Council of the state had only male members. This is correct. There were no female members. Number 3. The allocation of seats to the provinces in the central legislature was based on the size of the province. This is incorrect. One of the biggest criticism of the reforms was that the allocation of the seats of central legislature to provinces were based on the importance. So they were based on the importance of provinces. Example, the military importance of Punjab and Bombay's commercial importance. So these importances, they fetch them a greater number of seats. So statement 3 is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So the correct answer is option C, that is 1 and 2 only. Question number 91. With reference to the process of hydrogenation, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It converts the liquid oils into semi-solid or plastic fats. This is correct. Number 2. It is done at an ordinary room temperature in the absence of catalyst. This is incorrect. It typically requires the use of a catalyst. So it requires the use of a catalyst, since hydrogenation only occurs spontaneously at high temperature. The most common catalysts are nickel, platinum, or palladium. So statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 3. Hydrogenation of an oil prohibits the production of trans fat. This is incorrect. Trans fats are the result of a side reaction with the catalyst of the hydrogenation process. So this statement, which says that the hydrogenation of an oil prohibits the production of trans fat, this is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option A, that is one only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 92. In the context of geomorphology, which of the following volcanic landforms? So volcanic landforms is or are extrusive in nature. Number one, we have laccolith. This is incorrect. It is intrusive in nature. That is, the magma cools within the crust. So it is inside the crust and it is not on the surface. So laccolith, this is incorrect. Number two, lava mesa. This is correct. It is on the surface and not inside the crust or within the crust. Number three, dikes. This is incorrect. It is intrusive in nature. That is, the magma cools within the crust. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option A, that is 2 only. Now let's come to question number 93. Consider the following statements regarding the Eco-Development Forces EDF schemes. Statement 1. It is implemented through the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. This is incorrect. Eco-Development Forces scheme was established in the 1980s. It was developed in the 1980s as a scheme implemented through Ministry of Defense for ecological restoration of terrains rendered difficult either due to severe degradation or remote location or difficult law and order situation. So it is not implemented by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, but by the Ministry of Defense. Statement 2. Ecological restoration of severely degraded terrains is carried out under this scheme. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct option is option number B, that is 2 only. Now let's come to next question. That is question number 94. With reference to the comparison between Moses and lichens, consider the following statements. Statement 1. While Moses do not have a plant-like structure with roots, leaves and stem, lichens have well-defined, so they have got well-defined stem and chloroplast throughout their entire bodies. This is incorrect. So Moses are very primitive, and Moses, they still have plant-like structures that look like and function like leaves, stems and roots. So Moses have chloroplast throughout their entire bodies and can photosynthesize from all sides of their structures. Whereas lichens do not have any roots, stems or leaves, and their chloroplast are contained only in the algae on the top surface of the lichen. So while Moses do not have, it should be they have. So Moses have a plant-like structure with roots, leaves and stem. This is correct. Then lichens have well-defined stem. They do not have well-defined stem and chloroplast throughout their entire body. No, they do not have chloroplast throughout their entire body, but they have chloroplast only on the top surface. That is only on the algae portion of the lichen. Statement 2. Both Moses and lichens can act as bioindicators and absorb pollutants present in the atmosphere. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? So the correct option is option number B, that is 2 only. Now let's come to next question, question number 95. What is the purpose? So, what is the purpose of new umbrella entities and UEs recently proposed by the Reserve Bank of India? Option A, to create a consortium of banks in resolution of stressed assets. Incorrect. Option C, to integrate ombudsman scheme to improve grievance redressal mechanism. This is incorrect. Option B, to create alternate payment systems. Correct. So option B is the correct answer. Question number 96. With reference to UN peacekeeping operations, consider the following statements. Statement 1. UN peacekeepers can use force only for their self-defense. This is incorrect. Non-use of force except in self-defense and defense of the mandate is one of the underlying principles of UN peacekeeping operations. In certain volatile situations, so if there is any volatile situations, then the Security Council has given US peacekeeping operations robust mandates, authorizing them to use all necessary measures to deter forceful attempts to disrupt the political process, protect civilians under imminent threat of physical attack, or assist the national authorities in maintaining law and order. So, statement 1, UN peacekeepers can use force only for self-defense. This is incorrect. Number 2, peacekeeping operations can only be withdrawn by a resolution by UN Security Council. This is correct. Statement 3, USA is the largest budget contributor to UN peacekeeping operations. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option B, that is 2 and 3 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 97. After the controversy in the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha regarding the age of consent bill, Deccan Sabha was founded by who among the following? Option A, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Incorrect. Option C, Feroz Shah Mehta. Incorrect. Option D, Gopal Hari Deshmukh. Incorrect. So option B, Gopal Krishna Gokhale. This is correct. So option B is the correct answer. Now let's come to question number 98. Consider the following statements with reference to karst topography. Statement 1. It is a region with a large stretch of limestone. This is correct. Statement 2. In this region, in general, surface drainage is absent. This is also correct. Statement 3. Dolines are a very common surface landform seen in the region. This is also correct. Which of the statements given above are correct? So the correct answer is option B, that is 1, 2 and 3. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 99. Durant Customs Initiative. So Durant Customs Initiative has been launched by the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs CBIC to option A eliminate the back eliminate the backlog of customs related tax disputes in time bound manner. This is incorrect. Option B bring Indian customs duty at par with the OECD countries in a time bound manner. This is incorrect. Option D to provide credit to the MSMEs predominantly engaged in exports. This is incorrect. Option C. Make Indian customs procedures faceless, paperless and contactless. This is correct. So option C is the correct answer. Now let's come to question number 100. So salinity is the term used to define the total content of dissolved salts in seawater or water bodies for that matter. In this context, arrange the following water bodies in decreasing order of salinity. So we have to arrange it from the highest to the lowest. Number 1, we have Baltic Sea. So Baltic Sea is in Northern Europe and its salinity varies from 0.1 parts per thousand in the north to 0.6 to 0.8 parts per thousand in the center. Number 2, Red Sea. Red Sea is located between Asia and Africa continents and its salinity ranges between 38 and 41 parts per thousand. Number 3, Great Salt Lake. So Great Salt Lake is in northern Utah of western USA. So it's in USA. And it is also referred to as America's Dead Sea. And its salinity is 220 parts per thousand. So the highest is Great Salt Lake, that is 3. Then next highest is Red Sea, 2. Then the last one is Baltic Sea, 1. So select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option A, that is 3, then 2, then 1. That's all guys. Bye.